What's good, my peeps? It's your Knucker Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time courtesy of Hasbro Marvel Legends. What we have here is another entry into 60 Amazing Years, the Spider-Man 60th anniversary line. Several figures and sets, 2-packs have come out with under this banner, 60 Amazing Years, and here we are with another 2-pack. This one being an Amazon exclusive. We're talking about Silk as its headline there, because she gets top and only billing, despite the fact that she's also teamed up here with Doc Ock. Doc Ock is basically a straight up reissue with some different paint apps. That's about it. Whereas Silk is she's technically a reissue, but she's been retooled and is coming with effects that she's never had before. So what we see here on the packaging is, of course, we've got that plastic-free packaging, and there's going to come a day where we won't even mention that. But right now it's still new, and Hasbro is still inconsistent. We still get some windowed packaging, and then we get some like this, but it's getting more and more scarce getting the windowed packaging. So this is how the style is going to be. You're going to see digital renders like we see here of the figures with artwork behind them. You see both Cindy Moon and Otto Octavius, aka Silk and Doc Ock, behind them. Then we turn to the side there and you see some more nice artwork, and then on the other side there's more digital rendering. The top, we've got the Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years emblem logo, and then on the back we have digital renders yet again, and this time it shows their respective accessories. So that's one thing that Doc Ock that's different than the first go around from the SPDR wave. Was the first Doc Ock that we got from Hasbro, and he only came with his angry head like you see right there. So that's a change, and additional hands too. So at least we did get something different. So that's our packaging. Next up, let's see what the figures look like. Here we have both figures out of the packaging, and as you can see, like I said, with Doc Ock, he's still sporting the plastic appendages, no bendy wire. We still haven't gotten that. Don't know if we ever will. It would be nice. Hasbro has shown that they can do that. Their original excuse or reason was the tentacles are too thin, but most importantly, it was about safety. So, when you bring that word up, the S word, that's, in terms of complaining and harassing about something, that's a cease and desist order in the form of one word there. So, got left alone, even though, people continue to bring it up, myself included. And then, of course, on our right, we have Silk. And like I said, Silk has been essentially retooled top to bottom. And we'll go over the differences in a moment. But first, we're going to talk about accessories. And first up, we're going to talk about Doc Ock's head. And let's get close up on that. So this is the alternate head, totally different. We didn't have a neutral portrait the first go round, so we get that now. So you see we've got the his iconic thick glasses, and you can lift them up, and he does have the eyes. You can see the eyes under there. So Hasbro did manage to display attention to detail, and pretty cool. You see he's got the lines and the wrinkles of an older gentleman, and of course he's got that bowl cup haircut that he's also known for. You see back there. So head sculpt is pretty nice. He also comes with an additional set of hands. These are more or less mirrored hands from how he came out of packaging. He came out of packaging with right grasping hand and a left fist. So what we have here is, of course, the right fist and a left grasping hand. So, you know, we didn't get this the last go around either. With Doc Ock, no additional hands. So we got additional head and additional set of hands. So at least we did get something extra this go round. As for Silk, she comes with her mask up around her mouth and nose, and the eyes are looking very, very nice there. I tell you, this new digital print that they do for the faces just makes them look so realistic. You gotta love it. And then, of course, her hair molded in black with a blue wash, so that looks really nice there. You love when they do the wash. I know I do. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And in terms of her looking Asian, she's Korean born. I can't sign off on it. It's a beautiful portrait, but I can't sign off that she looks Asian to me. What do you guys think? Cindy comes with a few sets of additional hands. This pair right here are mirrored from how she came out of packaging. She came out of packaging with a left fist and a right open hand, and so here we've got a left open hand and a right fist. So, and pretty done pretty nice. It looks almost a fingerless glove look, but of course, you know, the fingers are just gloved in red. So pretty nice right there. Silk also comes with a pair of grasping hands, and these are cool. You know, I think, you know, we all always say with the spider-based characters that they should always come with wall-crawling hands, and I'm on board with that too. But I think they should all come with these type of hands too, because this way they can more realistically look like they're holding on to their webs. What do you guys think? Finally, Silk comes with this right hand that is exhibiting her power set. Silk has the ability to generate webbing from her own body, and she you know, she I guess excretes it from her fingertips. So this is a pretty nice effect that they gave her. Now that we've looked at the accessories, let's take a look at the figs. But before we do that, let's take a pause for the cause while you guys, my peeps, my brethren, take time out to like the video. Go on, you could do that right now, and at some point share it with others so they can come here and check all this out too. And if you have not yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the video. And while you're doing that, I'll be doing this. We will take a look at Doc Ock first. This isn't going to be like full-fledged video. We're going to try to get through this quick. We're just going to really look at the differences between the old and the new, and then keep it moving. So let's get Silk out of the way for right now, and put Doc center stage, so to speak, and we get it in. So as you guys can see, let me do something with this tentacle. It wants to go to the side there. Let's do that. It's kind of out of the way, but it is what it is. I guess I could just keep swiveling it so it can be in frame. So yeah, there we go. So there's our Doc Ock right there in all of his plastic glory. And I do mean plastic because that's what we're going to start off with. We're going to start off with the tentacles. The tentacles are the biggest change, and I don't mean different kinds of tentacles. I mean just in the color. The first go round, Doc Ock, the tentacles, of course, they were still formed in this same way, but at least they were painted more silver, more realistic. You know, they were like a gunmetal kind of silver, whereas these, you look at them, you can straight up see they just look plasticky. And yeah, that's about the size of it. That's you know, it's not good at all. Everything else is still the same. The grippers, they rotate, as you can see there, and of course, as I stated before, no bending wire. They all plug into the back, and all you could do was swivel them around, rotate them, and that's about it. the bottom ones, which can be on the top. It doesn't matter. You can mix and match how you got them, but you're still limited. There's no dynamic type of pose you can do with these tentacles. So like these, they're always going to be pointed down, or they're going to be pointed up totally. They're either going to be more or less 6 o'clock or 12. So that's all you're going to get with those. The other difference with Doc Ock is the color of his suit. The green on this one is brighter green than on the previous version, the SPDR version, and the yellow parts there are also brighter. On the first version, he had a more drab type of green, and the yellow was more closer to a mustard color. But enough of that. Let me just move Doc back over there and bring in the original, the first one from Hasbro anyway. And this is how we're going to do that. Yep, you notice those tentacles. These tentacles, in fact, so I can get him totally in frame, our Doc Ock from the 2-pack is moving out of the way momentarily, so we can get the first Doc Ock here. Get him down, have him crouch it a little bit. The reason he's posed like this, I took him off of my display. I've got a display where it's one of 2 Detolf cells of many foes of Spider-Man. Both displays, they're double figure villains attacking a hapless Spider-Man, and pretty good display. And I figured that if I can fit fit the tentacles in the holes of this one, the tentacles of the Toy Biz Doc Ock, which these are from, and see, this is what I'm talking about. These are bendy wire. These are bendy wire. You can see the holes. I think you can see the holes. Hopefully you can. But those are bendy wire. So that's one of the reasons why everybody clamors for bendy wires with Doc Ock. And but you see the difference in the green. I'm going to move Doc kinda and bring the 2-pack Doc in, so you can kind of sort of see what I'm talking about. You see the differences in the colors. This, our 2-pack, brighter, both the green and the yellows. And yeah, in terms of the differences with those plastic tentacles, we'll take a look at that right now and bring the original tentacles from the SPDR waves Doc Ock. Bring our 2-packer back in so you can see what I'm talking about there. You see the difference right there. I can tell you that I was totally intent on using the Toy Biz tentacles on the last Doc Ock because they weren't even taken out of their clamshell. They are definitely in there tight. So and they are held together with like a rubber band kind of string. So the fact that it was there, I was surprised. I was like, dang, I never even removed the tentacles. I jumped right to the Toy Biz tentacles and brought them out. But enough about that. You see how these are painted versus what we got here with the 2-pack. Definitely a downgrade, if you will, with the 2-pack. So it's bad enough that they're just molded in in a static type of form, but that's about it. They still both share the blue like energy ball or whatever it is, the face, whatever, at the inside the grippers, the graspers. So that they still gave us paint for that. So at least we got something. So that is basically the only differences with this Doc Ock versus the other one. Of course, like I stated earlier, we do get the additional head sculpt, so that's a good deal. So let's move on to our girl and go over what's different between her and the previous version of Silk. Silk actually, we've gotten two previous iterations of Silk before, and the first one was in her older costume, and then the second one is in a costume that's basically similar to this, basically the same as this one. Only they have made, meaning Hasbro, they have made subtle changes. So we'll move Cindy over and bring in that other Silk, and this Silk is this was a voters winner, if I recall correctly. And yeah, it wasn't part of any wave or anything like that. It wasn't a fan channel exclusive or anything like that. It was at Comic-Con they used to have votes for they give you choices of figures, and you vote for the one that you want, and of course the figure that collated the most votes was the winner. And then about 2 years later, it would manifest in plastic. So that's what we got here. So you see the differences in the hair. The head sculpt on the fan favorite version, that's what we'll call, as you see, is longer. She still maintains the black with the blue wash, but you see the hair is longer. In terms of the face looking, how we'll call it Asian she looks, I honestly think that this looks more Asian than our new version. She did come with a maskless head sculpt, but I just didn't feel like digging it out just for the sake of doing a comparison. They both, basically they're identical in terms of from the bridge of the nose up. So that's really what matters in terms of determining if she's got an Asian visual, if you will. So yeah, I mean, this one isn't, it's not like a spot on rendition of a Korean girl, but I think it shows a little bit more than what we got going on now. And as far as other differences, what we have here is, if you look at the fan favorite, the costume is essentially identical in terms of design. The subtle differences are the red web lines in the fan favorite are thicker than on our 2-pack, and that's really about it. The everything else is a bit the same. I think we'll call it the S, the center of her chest, their chests. I think the 2-pack version is bigger, appears bigger. In terms of the colors, they're both molded in a black, the entire bodies, and the white on the fan favorite, the whites, at least as far as on the legs and the arms, are brighter, just a little bit brighter. I don't know if that translates well on camera, but me looking right at them, they definitely look brighter. As far as the torso, the fan favorites is brighter than the 2-packs. The 2-packs torso, and yeah, and I mean, now that I'm looking at it even more, I think I can honestly say that even the legs are dimmer on the 2-packs. Looking at them, but yeah, they're pretty close, but I can see a very subtle shade change, and you have to really get up on it to see it. I mean, it's nothing major, because it's still the same costume, and that's about it in terms of the aesthetics. The significant changes comes here on the we'll turn to the side there. You're going to stand up for me, Cindy, or are you going to try to fall? How about standing up for her brother? I think she wants to fall. She wants to fall, so let me, yeah. Turn. Oh, there she goes. Got to fix her up. Building it while we find it, y'all. I ain't changing this. So if you guys can see what I'm talking about, here's the major difference. Our 2-pack has come equipped with pinless joints. So we've got pinless elbows and we've got pinless knees. More importantly, in terms of that's great in of itself, but we also get bicep swivel along with the double jointed pinless elbows. Gotta love that. And of course, you know, we've got the pinless double jointed knees. So that's great right there. So that's the most important and most significant change that we got, and I'm very happy about that. So there we have it. That's really about it. That's the size of it in terms of differences. And I wanted to show you before we get up out of here, Silk with her masthead on and her web effect hand. And it should be noted that that web effect hand is actually molded in that translucent, transparent plastic and painted black and red. The peg is just as transparent as the web effect itself. So yeah, I wanted you to know that, and also to let you know that her mask is separate, so you can take it off. It's really a bandana, not a mask. So you can remove that when you install her masthead. So yeah, there goes Silk. So like I said, we're not going to be at this too long, so we're going to sum it all up right about now. And to sum it all up, the Hasbro Marvel Legends 60 Amazing Years Spider-Man 60th Anniversary Silk 2-pack, which is really Silk and Doc Ock, but Silk got the headline, Doc Ock got zero love. Probably both on the outside of the box as well as on the inside, but it is what it is. This is one of those cases of if you already have Doc, then you really don't need to get this 2-pack if you're okay with the Doc Ock you have, unless of course you want that neutral head sculpt like you see right here, unless you really want that, and of course the other set of hands, just so you can have a few more options. But other than that, you don't really need to spin the ends to justify these means. And keep in mind, this 2-pack costs $55. So you know, you got that. There is that to think about. As far as Silk goes, if you have the fan favorite and you're cool with that, then once again, you don't need to get this pack, especially if you definitely don't want to spend that kind of money because you don't want Doc Ock. But she's definitely worth a purchase because she's definitely an upgrade with the pinless double jointed everything, and her web effect is also nice. The different head sculpt is beautiful. Short hair, so it gives a different take on the character, so that's a nice thing too. So yeah, it is what it is. If any of those things take your fancy, then you can lay out that loot for them. If not, and you already have them, then you know, save that money for something else, because we've got a whole lot more coming for the remainder of this year. And with the way prices are, we need to save our money and spend it wisely on the action figures that we love so much. Anyway, that'll do it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments below, questions, concerns, critiques. You know I'm here for it. And definitely smash that bell if you want to be reminded, so that way when I upload another video, you will indeed be advised of that. Once again, 60 Amazing Years Spider-Man 2-pack Silk, Doc Ock. This is the Ruckus, and as always, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.